What a gut punch, Vikings fans. Just one game into the 2025 season, and injuries are already testing our squad's depth. Our Minnesota Vikings, fresh off a thrilling 27-24 comeback win over the Chicago Bears, are now scrambling to patch up the roster before a huge Week 2 clash with the Atlanta Falcons. Can we keep the momentum going? Stick with me as we unpack the latest roster moves and what they mean for our purple and gold. The big news dropped like a bomb. Linebacker Blake Cashman and running back Ty Chandler are headed to injured reserve. That's right, two key pieces from our Week 1 victory are sidelined for at least 4 games. Cashman, our defensive anchor, went down with a hamstring injury, and Chandler, our gritty special teams ace, suffered a knee injury but still powered through to seal the win with a clutch kick return. How do you feel about these blows, Skol Nation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. To fill the gaps, the Vikings signed wide receiver Tim Jones and tight end Nick Vannett from the practice squad to the active roster. Plus, they've added cornerback Tyreek Funderburk and linebacker Sione Takataki to the practice squad. These moves show GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is wasting no time addressing the holes. Are these new faces ready to step up? Let's dive into what each player brings to the table and how they'll keep our Vikings fighting. Blake Cashman's injury stings the most, doesn't it? Last season, this guy was a beast, racking up 112 tackles, 4.5 sacks, and 8 pass breakups in 14 starts. He's a true 3-down linebacker, stopping the run, blitzing like a madman, and locking down in coverage. Without him, our defense went 0-2 in the final games of 2024. Can Brian Flores' scheme stay elite without its green dot leader? Let's talk about it, Vikings fans. Enter Eric Wilson, who stepped up big time in Week 1 after Cashman's exit. The former Packer filled in admirably against the Bears, showing he's ready to take on a bigger role. With 112 tackles last year, Cashman's shoes are massive, but Wilson's experience could be key. Do you think he's got what it takes to hold the fort, or should we be worried about our linebacker depth? Hit the comments with your take. The Vikings' defense is still one of the NFL's best, but injuries are piling up early. Safety Harrison Smith missed Week 1 with an illness, and cornerback Jeff Okudah is in concussion protocol. With Cashman out, the pressure's on for guys like Ivan Pace Jr. and rookie Austin Keys to step up. How deep is our defense, Skol Nation? Can we keep dominating teams like we did in Chicago? Ty Chandler's injury is another tough one. Our RB3 didn't see offensive snaps in Week 1 but logged 13 special teams plays, including a game-sealing kick return from 7 yards deep in the end zone. That grit helped us ice the Bears. His knee injury, though, means we're losing a special teams spark plug. How much will this hurt our return game? Let me know what you think. Special teams coordinator Matt Daniels revealed Chandler got hurt on his first kickoff return but didn't tell the medical staff until the second quarter. Talk about toughness. With Chandler out, who steps up as our kick returner? Xavier Scott, who's back at practice, showed similar skills in the preseason. Could he be the answer? Drop your predictions below. To replace Chandler's special teams prowess, the Vikings signed wide receiver Tim Jones to the active roster. Jones, a practice squad standout, brings speed and reliability to the return game. He's not likely to take Chandler's exact role as personal protector, but his versatility could be a game changer. Are you excited to see what Jones can do? Let's hear it, Vikings fans. Tight end Nick Vannett's promotion makes sense with Josh Oliver missing practice on Wednesday. Vannett, a 7-year veteran, played 17 games for the Titans last season and is a solid blocker behind TJ Hawkinson. If Oliver's out against the Falcons, Vannett could see serious snaps. Do you trust him to step up in our tight end room? Share your thoughts. On the practice squad, the Vikings added cornerback Tyreek Funderburk, a 24-year-old who played 13 games with 2 starts for the Buccaneers last year. He's got 14 tackles, 1 pass defended, and a forced fumble under his belt. With Jeff Okudah in concussion protocol, Funderburk's depth is crucial. Can this undrafted gem make an impact if called up? What's your take, Skol Nation? Linebacker Sione Takataki is another savvy addition to the practice squad. A 2019 third-round pick by the Browns, Takataki has 289 career tackles, 4 sacks, and 2 interceptions across 86 games. Last year, he started 4 games for the Patriots, logging 21 tackles. Could he be a long-term replacement for Cashman? Let's debate it in the comments. Takataki's versatility is what makes him intriguing. At BYU, he racked up 237 tackles and 14.5 sacks, showing he can play multiple roles. With Cashman out, Takataki could be elevated to the active roster soon. Do you think he's got the juice to make a difference in Brian Flores' defense? Hit me with your thoughts. The Vikings roster moves show they're not panicking, but the injuries are a wake-up call. With a tough Falcons matchup looming, our depth will be tested. Can J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Jones, and the offense carry the load while the defense heals? What's your game plan for Week 2, Skol Nation? Drop it below. Skol Nation, we're in for a wild ride this season, but the Vikings always find a way to fight. What do you think of these roster moves? Are you confident in our new additions? Or are you worried about the injuries? Smash that like button, drop a comment with your hot takes, and subscribe to stay locked in with all the latest Vikings news. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's keep the purple pride alive. Skol Vikings!